So what up? It's James of P2F Fighting. Let's talk about it. I got a question from Anthony Jennings. And that question is, how do fighters who train heavily in kicking arts subvert the instinct to kick during a boxing match? It's a good question, and I got a story for you. All right, Anthony, today's your day. All right, so how do fighters who train heavily in kicks subvert the instinct to kick during a boxing match? All right, Anthony, so here's the little story, a little quick one. I took karate for 8, 9 years in a row without stopping. Then I stopped and started boxing. And one day in the very beginning, my gym was closed, so I went to a different gym. And at that gym, I talked to the coach and said I just started, only been in for about a month. I was heavy into karate, taekwondo. Both very. My style was very kicking, very very kicking. And the trainer said, "Cool, but you showed up on a Friday, which is a spar day. Do you want to spar?" Whatever. I'll get in the ring. I ain't no punk. Whatever. So he throws me in the ring with this guy, right? And I think this was only about the third time I had ever sparred. What he didn't tell me was the dude he had me sparring was training for a fight. He was training for, like, he was a pro, but he was a low level pro. So he was training for like the state championship belt, West Virginia state championship belt or something. He was a pro, but he was one of them journeymen, that's trying to work his way through the ranks and doesn't have a Bob Arum to put him in big fights. So working his way through. Still good, but just kind of low level journeyman good. Far better than me, who had only sparred maybe two other times before that. So I don't know what he thought was gonna happen. Uh, because sometimes, like in karate or taekwondo, they'll put a white belt with a black belt, but the black belt will take it easy on the white belt and kind of just give them enough to make them work, but not too much to hurt them, right? This ain't how it works in boxing. I mean, you put the only person that you can spar in boxing that has a ton of experience that will not crush you is the trainer. Other than that, when you try to fight someone with a ton of experience in a full contact setting and you expect them to go light on each other, it usually doesn't work. And at this point, it didn't, right? This guy was training for a fight. So this guy was actively in camp and he put me in the ring with this guy. So he comes at me with everything he's got, man, right from the start. This guy has an aggressive style. So he shoots across the ring and he's doing that peekaboo Tyson shit. And he hit me in the stomach, man, and it hurt. And then he just kept, I mean, he was coming at me to the point where I had to grab him and just hold him, right? And he's trying to throw me off him. And I'm like, fuck, man, this guy's swarming me. He's swarming me and I can't get away from him. So I'm trying to use the ring just to get a couple jabs off. Like I was brand new, man. And the dude just kept coming right at me. Like it was like he was in a blind rage. Not really. He was training for a fight. To him, everyone that comes in the ring is fodder for his training camp. And I got so nervous and scared because the dude was coming at me so damn hard. I had never been attacked like that. When he got close to me, I kicked him in his face. And I think when I kicked him, nobody knew what to do. Like everybody froze for a second. He ate that shit, and because I kicked him in the top of his head, I didn't kick him in his nose. I kicked him right in his forehead. I did just a front thrust kick, wham, right in his forehead. My heel hit his forehead and dizzied him, and he stood there stunned for a second, and then his dumb ass came at me again. So then I did a thrust and side kick and flattened him. I just boom right into his gut, and he hit the floor. Of course, his hands were up here, so he had no defense in his side. So I side kicked him and he hit the ground, man. And I got out of the ring and I said, "Fuck y'all, I'm out of here, man. What the fuck is wrong with y'all and this guy, man?" And I left and went back to my gym. And I was like, "Yo, man, this fucking gym is crazy." Then I find out in the paper, I didn't hurt the dude. Like I didn't give him any injuries to stop him from competing. He still competed, but I found out, yeah, he's got a fight coming up, and and they shouldn't have put you in the ring with him. Now that goes in line with this question: how do you train to not kick when you're boxing? You got to be careful. I mean, I boxed for a couple years, and I had done kicking arts for 8 or 9 straight. It's easy to adjust if you're just coachable. You just keep your feet down. Your feet will move. Someone will run at you. You'll move your foot like, ooh, I could catch you in your gut. Ooh, your head is open. But it's boxing. You change. You do the switch. You do the switch. And and most people who go from a kicking style to a boxing style do it by choice. They want to learn hands. They realize there's something missing from their arsenal and they want to go learn hands. So it's one of these things where you make that switch because you want to make that switch. I wanted to make that switch. I could kick with anybody. I mean, I was doing all kind of crazy shit, but like jump spinning kicks, tornado kicks, all kind of jumping stuff. But I realized that I can't use that in the street. I know how to use these hands, man. So I wanted to learn how to use the hands, and so it was something that was very easy to transition to because I was willing to learn. And so that's pretty much the answer, man. You switch because you want to. And if you're coachable, it's very easy. It's very, very easy. Maybe not at first. Like I said, I got into a desperate situation and I kicked because it was what I saw that was open. But 9 times out of 10, that's not gonna happen. So you're gonna be fine, man. If you want to do that, you'll make the switch. And if you don't, then you just probably shouldn't do it. Maybe it's not for you. But making the switch is easy. It's just a mental, coachable situation. All right. That's what I got for you. Like and subscribe. Holla at your boy.